Woo! Wee-hee! Woo! We're live. Hello! Oh god, I accidentally opened Clip Studio Paint. Jesus Christ, no! No! Get that out of my face! I didn't mean to open Clip Studio. Go away! Hi. Hello. We're live. Alright. I don't know if you can hear the fan in the background, it's just that it's very hot, so I have my fan on. I tried to put it as far as possible as I could get. I don't think it's getting picked up. I don't know, my OBS is not saying anything. Maybe it will be picked up if I talk, but whatever. Listen, it's summer, it's getting very hot, and unfortunately, where I live, the houses are built to keep the heat in. Jesus Christ, I hate climate change. Alright. Citizen Sleeper 2. Let's go back to it. We had a very clutchy contract last time. We went to Dark Side, and the fucking dickhead Marco just fucking read us out, and we found out that Ankita is in Dark Side, and I just happened to be with Bliss when I did this contract, so yeah. Things are happening. Alright. Let's see. Think about something. Alright, we need to get some fuel back, I guess. Alright. See, is there something else I can do with that? I'm gonna like take a break a bit, like recover that stuff. Ah, fuck, we gotta do which dice. Alright. We need to go to Carman. Alright, that's a hollow. Oliveira. That's a hollow, okay. And Oliveira is there. Yeah, I'm not gonna go back to Dark Side yet. Holy shit. New area, let's go. Sleeper! Yu-Jin takes you aside. I'm going to go ahead into the Radius Markets to find my contact. The one with the data on the Aphelion. You should come with. 2 sets of eyes are better than 1. He smiles. I'll be there when I can. Okay, but remember what I said. Trails run cold quickly. Yu-Jin grins and heads for the airlock. You watch him go, unsure what his swagger might hide. We've come this far with him. Maybe it's time to see where it all leads. Alright, now my crew has to take our jobs. Y'all go look for fucking money. Look for the money. You need to get rich now. You gotta grind. You gotta get that bread. Okay. Eat the kitty. Okay. Ah, shit. There you go. Let's see. This is the... Okay. Oh, voice crack. Oh. Sell Solheim data. That's one way to make money, okay. Okay, this is jobs. This is like getting food. And this is, I guess, the fuel and shit. Yeah. What am I doing? Ooh. I'm probably gonna need that and go, oh fuck, where did I sell that? There's also a market. Oh, also a job place thing. In here. Okay, all my dice are shit right now. Alright. The radius markets surround you and Yu-Jin. Much of the architecture of the Starward belt is built on a Solheim foundation. As a corporation from the core, Solheim structures tend towards cardinal directions, towards respecting gravity in a place where it has little effect. But the radius markets have no such bias, and no singular direction. Instead, the stalls and shops, built from scrap frame and hull plate, project outwards from all 8 of the surrounding walls. The effect is overwhelming, activity and interest in all directions. Between the windows that open to faint stars, scrap dealers, street food vendors, data fences, and tailors compete for the attention of the stream of customers racing around you. Lever! Yu-Jin draws up close to get your attention, his voice barely raised. Take a look! He jerks his head, motioning down the market. You refocus your attention, your eyes drawn to a group of dark pseudo spaces with shaved heads. 5 of them gather around another retreating figure. Spaces are noticeably distinct from the rest of the crowd, their tight and complex suits kept in pristine conditions, and all in the same design. Right amidst the Starward bed's ramshackle fashions. You see one of them is gesticulating aggressively, chopping the air with his hand. Yu-Jin nudges you again. Not singers! Glance at him, and shout that term. The one they're threatening! Yu-Jin starts to move forward, his eyes fixed on the group. That's my contact! You turn your back to the group, the singers as Yu-Jin called them, and see they are rounding on the figure now. Their body language is clear. This is about to come to blows. Yu-Jin clearly sees the shift too. Before you can say a word, he's off, gliding hard through the crowd towards them. You give chase without thinking, kicking off the nearest strut and angling yourself through the central void of the market behind Yu-Jin. Okay, Yu-Jin doesn't stop. He barrels straight into the singers, sending the two of them spinning into the crowd, to a chorus of shouts and protests. Calm the situation. You're welcome. You hold out your arms and try to talk him down, calling to Yu-Jin. Singers gather around you. They don't start throwing punches. Yet. Oh my god. Peter! I remember that guy! He was in the previous game. He was the guy who made that one ramshackle base and they fucked off and stuff. Yeah, I remember him. He's back! That's not a returning character. One of them comes forward, meeting your eye. You hear one of the other call him Peter. The leader, perhaps? This idiot with you? Peter nods towards Yu-Jin, who is wrestling with one of the crew. He whistles and the singer disengages and moves away. Yes. Can you ask him to calm down? Please! You see Peter's hand is resting on a dark shape at his hip. Ooh, he's got a gun. So... Peter looks between the two of you. Do you have a reason for interrupting my business? He gestures around. And while some people have moved on, a few are hanging back to watch what comes next. You were about to jump my friend! Yu-Jin nods at the contact, who is quietly watching with a concerned look on his face. The comment sends a small rumble of conversation around the remaining crowd. Seems the singers aren't so popular here. I think you misunderstood. We're simply asking for information. He shoots a sharp smile at contact. I think Lewis has told you everything he's happy to share. Yu-Jin shoots a glare at his contact, who nods sheepishly. Peter looks between all of you, and then surveys the crowd. When the singer starts to interrupt, but Peter raises a hand and silences them. See you around then. Smiles a sharp smile at Yu-Jin, and leads the other singers away into the crowd, which parts slightly as they enter it. Lewis! Yu-Jin rounds on the smaller figure. How about... not here! Lewis interrupts. He sighs. Come with me. This guy looks like such a fucking dweeb. Lewis leads you away from the open market, most of the crowd having dispersed into a small passageway. He finds a hatch, opens it, and beckons you both through before slipping inside, closing behind you. So, what business do you have with the singers? Yu-Jin perches on a stool in a small workshop, picking up a tool from the mag strip above the bench and turning over in his hand. Singers? Is that what you call them? Lewis looks nervous. The first I've known of them is that they tried to turn up a few cycles back and start pressing me for info. I've run into some singers before. Not these ones. The others the same. Yu-Jin glances between you and Lewis. You're refugees of Ember's Song. One of the moons of that Gaja in the inner system. Your moon is a volcanic hellhole, so while these guys are refugees, playing the world like most, tend to be tough as hell. Never used to be told no. That part checks out. Lewis smiles a weak smile. They've been pressing me for data for cycles ever since I showed up. My data! Yu-Jin clicks the tool back on the back and fixes Lewis a hard stare. You've been shopping it around then? Trying to drive a bidding war? Lewis holds up his hands. No, nothing like that! He's afraid of Yu-Jin. You worry why that might be. I just went to verify the data. I asked around. Someone I showed it to. Well, they mentioned a fraction drive. You see Yu-Jin bristle with anger. Lewis keeps talking, speaking up. That was all. But a couple cycles later, singers, as you call them, started showing up, and I had to hide myself away. Hard to run a data business when you can't even go out to meet the clients. Where's the data now? Lewis turns to you, seemingly glad not to have to look at the angry Yu-Jin. I have it! Don't you worry! Lewis smiles. And it comes a hell of a story! The friend I showed it to, he told me he's heard about that shit before. Mostly what he thought were rumors about a fraction drive ship. Early, when Solheim collapsed, there was a struggle over who got to take it. Two execs from the old corporate hierarchy wanted it, and some of their underlings found out about it too. Those works you visited? I I was in the set of a battle with the thing. This shit was a hot ticket. Even then. You think back to the twisted and blasted remains of the ships. The wreckage strewn across the asteroid. You wonder how many died to try to get the Aphelion path and its golden drive. Seems like both of the execs were spaced, but someone came back later, sucked the ship out of the wreck that was carrying it. It's a funny thing. Rather than use it, they dismantled it. Took the ship apart here to Hollow. Hell, it's probably struck were from the Aphelion path in this very station. Louis looks around the salvage compartment. You are all inside. So it's gone? Not quite. Louis smiles, enjoying telling the story now. They weren't stupid enough to dismantle an interstellar drive. The story goes that they're buried on a rock in the shoals, totally unmarked. With thousands of rocks out there, they could leave as long as they wanted and come back when they were ready. Thing is, they never came back. Yu-Jin finishes the sentence, his anger fading now. Bingo! Louis grins as he holds up a thumbnail drive. And I've got the coordinates of the beacon that will lead you there. Yu-Jin snatches it from his finger. Shove light with that! Louis sighs deeply. That's just the start of the trail, no doubt. But it'll get you there if you manage to follow it. Yu-Jin nods at you and goes to leave. Hands immediately on the container hatch. Hey! Louis rushes up. Aren't you gonna pay me for that? Not after you leaked the fraction drive exists to your friend, the singers, and anyone else who's looking. No! Yu-Jin pulls the door open. Keep it quiet next time. Louis turns to you. Come on, friend! Singers chase away my clients! So he has upturned palms. 50 cryo for the effort, or just whatever you have. I'll take it. I'm desperate. Yeah, sure, I have money. You pass him a stack of chits, and he clasps your hand. Appreciate it! Looks over your shoulder to see if Yu-Jin is still there. Hey, look! Be careful with that one, alright? He's not to be trusted. You turn and Yu-Jin is already gone. You follow him out of the container. Time to go find a fraction drive. Okay, give me a second. Okay, what's going on? There you go. Back to it. There nothing else I can do? Because I am in the hollow right now. Or is it like a... Yeah, it's a contract. Okay, let me fill up on supplies. Alright, what the fuck is that contract all about? Let's see. This is it. The first beacon on the trail leads to a Aphelion pass, fraction drive, Yu-Jin is geared, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm assuming Yu-Jin is gonna be here. Yeah, Yu-Jin. Endure and engage. Let's see. Who the fuck do I get for that? Pretty much all of my skills have an extra point. But engage is shit. So Yu-Jin at least has engage if that's needed. Cadet also has engage in engineering. Junie has interface. Mia has additional point in intuit. Let's see. Who do I pick for balancing? Problem is that Junie and Nia, while they're buffed on their skills here, they only have one. Fuck it, Bliss. I'm always end up picking Bliss. I keep bringing them and they keep like sucking and shit. We're coming out on a beacon site now. Seraphine brings the ship into place. Seems pretty weak though. He turns in his chair. Which is what you get for chasing 10,000 cycle-old leads that got a lot of people killed. Since you explained the situation to Seraphine, he isn't getting any more enthusiastic about the job. Especially as it's a job that comes from Yu-Jin. Seraphine shuts down the engine and turns to Yu-Jin. Time for you to go have a poke around in those rocks. He raises a hand at the scattering of asteroids. Enjoy! Yu-Jin barely seems to notice the sarcasm. The kind of fixed determination has come over him since you left the Hollow. It's not something you've seen before. Let's suit up and find the beacon! He pats you on the shoulder. Lewis said it's the first of a trail, so the faster we locate this one, and get ourselves pointed to the next, the better. Not messing around. He kicks off and glides off to the cockpit, heading straight into the airlock. Not the most attractive of locales. Liz smiles as they nod towards the sparse gray rocks. We should keep our eyes open anyway. Those that leave trails like to leave traps too. Never worked on fraction drive before. This thing turns out to be real. All shotgun on digging around its guts. They wink and follow Yu-Jin. Just you and Seraphine left in the cockpit. Left at his console, ignoring you. Think this is a bad idea? Seraphine turns. Me? He mockingly puts a finger on his own chest. Look. He gets serious for a second. People have been searching for this thing since the Solheim collapse. That's all desire directly on one hidden drive. Objects like that tend to get people in trouble. Seraphine sighs. At least in my experience. So, take it slow. Keep your eyes on Yu-Jin. Seraphine turns back to the console, buzzing himself with the diagnostics. You turn and leave the cockpit, your mind on the beacon and the trail that should, all being well, and a ticket out of the entire system. Okay. Okay, Yu-Jin, you're gonna do that. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Already? You're freaking out? God dang it. They both fucking suck at interface. Okay, I can do that. I got stressed out, are you kidding me? No, I don't need to do that. Is there really nothing else I can do? Let's risk it. Okay, well, yikes. At least he did some progress, so I'm not complaining entirely. I keep getting stressed out, what the fuck? Alright, Yu-Jin. You better not. You better fucking not, man, my man. Alright. Now what? Don't fuck this up for me, Bliss. I swear to God, Bliss. Thank you, Bliss. You're so fucking good. Don't fuck this up, Bliss. Don't fuck this up, Bliss. Thank God! Thank you, Bliss. You're being useful for once. I'm so mean to them. in! Yu-Jin nods at the data port. Deep inside the body of the beacon, peers through his suit's faceplate at it. You have part of the plating removed, and you're pretty sure you have access to the coordinates you need. All that's left is to slot a drive. I got this! Yu-Jin takes out a fundamental drive and slots it. Easy as can be. A smile flickers across his face. You peer into the beacon. It has been a delicate job getting the security access and the system knowledge to find the coordinates for the next step. It all seems to have passed without incident. Got it! Yu-Jin pulls the drive and thumps you on the shoulder. Let's head to the next one. Look alive down there! Stuffin's voice comes over the comms. With our ship on approach. Better make ourselves scarce. You and Yu-Jin exchange looks. Siggers! You kick off and glide towards the ship, but Yu-Jin goes in the other direction. You wonder what he's doing for a second, and then you see it. He arrives at the beacon and immediately begins slaying into the metal shell. He pulls a tool from his suit's belt and caves in the beacon with an anchor that chills you. When he's done, the beacon is just another chunk of debris in the shoals. He joins you in the cockpit. Stuffin gives you a look, but doesn't say a word. He silently taps in the new coordinates. Look across at Yu-Jin, expression fixed and his eyes cold. Then Seraphine fires up the drive. Alright, success! Oh, broke my fucking... Okay. A shrill beep wakes you from your stargazing. What was that? Seraphine looks around the cockpit as the warning lights and sirens stand all over the ship. The terminal screen flicker, some of them not coming back on. You hear a groan from somewhere deep in the ship. Is that a pulse? An energy weapon? Seraphine slaps the side of his flickering terminal until it stabilizes. On it, you see a red dot moving further away from the center of a circle. The ship is accelerating that way. Wait, a ship is accelerating away. Seraphine taps at his console, bringing up the transponder information. He turns to Yu-Jin with a hard stare. It's Vesna! Yu-Jin shakes his head. Got it in one. Seraphine grits his teeth. Lamhoud, registering the far spindle. He slams his fist on the keyboard. What did she do? She knocked out our drive! Must have been waiting for us. Seraphine sighs. We need to get it activated as quickly as we can. Yu-Jin is up from his seat, peering out of the window in the large rock floating just outside. Beacon has to be there. Let's not crack it and then wait for us to catch up. He was trying to dissuade us. Well, she's done a pretty good job. Seraphine scrolled through layers of drive diagnostics. Give up now? Yu-Jin glances at you. We're so close. Yu-Jin's right. Seraphine sniffs but says nothing. The Sinkers are out there too. If we're lucky, they will cancel each other out. Yu-Jin goes to leave the cockpit. Decrypt the beacon and fix the drive. No distractions. Yu-Jin kicks off and glides out of the cockpit towards the airlock. Drive is likely just a system problem. Bliss gives a serious look. Isolate the fault and it should be an issue. It's going to happen fast. Look! Seraphine tilts his seat. We're in this now. No way back, only forward. But the moment this goes south, and it will, I'll pull you out and we're leaving. Whether Yu-Jin wants to back out or not. Seraphine meets your eye. He's serious. We can handle it. You're right, sleeper. Oh boy. Oh god. Oh god, did I get myself into a mess? I'm so scared. Scary. Okay, 1 second. How long have I been streaming for? 40 minutes already. What the heck? Let me just do that. Seraphine turns back to his console. This, as far as you're concerned, is your problem to fix. Ah, fuck! Alright, yeah, okay. Bliss. Don't fucking suck, I swear to god. Don't fucking piss me off, Bliss. Oh! Can you do this for me, buddy? A little bit progress at least, a little bit progress. Alright. Good. That's done, and now I need to repair that. How's that stress? Are you kidding me? Stop stressing me out, buddy. Okay, it's just the one thing we need to focus on now. Vex! Oh my god, yes, and hydrate. I need to walk out. Hold on. Stop it! Stop making me piss! Stop making me piss! Stop it! Stop it now! Enough! Stop with the hydrate! Right, I took a sip of water. Fucking stop now. I'm not taking 4 sips, okay? Just 1. Fuck you. Also, hi Vex. How you doing? Hi. Oh, you're fucking kidding me, bitch! Thank you, Bliss. You know, for once, Bliss is being useful now. Seraphine punches the final set of coordinates into his console and runs a fresh set of diagnostics on the rig's drive. Everything comes up green. The atmosphere in the cockpit is tense. None of you know what you might be flying into. Yu-Jin's jaw is set, his eyes on the stars and scattered rocks, his goal in reach. It's not a goal to be underestimated. A fraction drive. One that can take any ship out of the system and beyond. One that can forge a path through the surrogate system a few can take. What the fuck are these emotes? Is that the fucking spoon? The spoon vine? Freedom, both from the system's politics and the structure of power that dominate the passage of people through colonized space. The problem with such lofty ambition is that it is infectious, seductive. It is desirably enough to draw people out, bring them to their absolute limit. You have seen that in Yu-Jin. The singers too are shaped by that desire, and Vesna, the steely-eyed captain you don't seem to be able to shake. The question is, who will flinch first? Ah, no, it's still going. Oh god. You are moored around a remote and airless rock, a scattering of debris concealing an object of great value, in a system spiraling to war. We're the last here. Seraphine shuts down the drive. At least no one starts shooting. Vesna would only kill a last resort. Yu-Jin looks out at the rocks. Singers, I'm less sure about. Must return to my own stream. How are you? Having lots of fun. Okay, bye, Vex. Have fun playing your rune deltas. Whatever. Reassuring! Seraphine deadpans. So, what now? Go back there and start digging? What do you think, Yu-Jin? Turn to face Yu-Jin, but he's already gone. You get after him. Seraphine shakes his head. I'm going to keep the rig warm. I get the feeling we're going to be needing it. As you glide out of the cockpit, you hear the airlock cycling. Yu-Jin's already out. Speed up, grabbing a suit and rattling on as you head for the airlock. The door hisses open to reveal a sparse landscape. The twisted parts of a facility or ship corroded beyond recognition, built up out of dusty rock. Squinting to the faint and distant sun, you can make out two figures in suits, standing a fair distance apart in the middle of the loose circle of debris. You look down towards them, specks of loose gravel and decaying metal bouncing over your suit as you do. Now, now! A voice crackles through your comms as you approach, broadcast over the open channel. None of us want to die out there. You see them now, the two figures, Vesna and the leader of the singers, Peter, facing each other across the dusty plain. Vesna's arm jutting out from her body, her hand resting on each other's hip. A weapon. Keep your distance, sleeper! Her eyes flick over to you as you approach. This godforsaken rock is quite enough as it is. I said for here first! The claim is ours, by anyone's judgment. Peter speaks calmly and slowly, arms at his hips and his palms upturned. And I suspect we're also the best equipped to find a fraction drive. Put it to use. Anyone's judgment? Vesna scoffs. Who do you see out there to validate your claim? She gestures at the rock-strewn void with one hand, her other firmly on the grip of her handgun. Slipper's a witness here. Peter turns slowly to you. I'm sure it will verify your claim. I didn't see who was first, honestly. Vesna laughs. Well, at least someone here has still integrity. You look between the two of them, searching their faces for an intent, an opening, anything. Vesna's ocular implants give nothing away. The visible tension in her gown arm is just failing patience. Peter, meanwhile, there's an atmosphere of considered calm, but there is violence behind that benign smile. And a crew singer somewhere out there in the dark. That's not using that weapon will seal your fate. Perhaps, smiles and daggers at you. But I doubt you will allow to see that come to pass. Her arm tenses. The shot is silent. Direction unclear. But its effect is immediate. The side of Vesna's suit explodes in a gaze of escaping oxygen. She spins, clutching at the wound to clamp it closed. As she does, you see the shot graze her, splitting the suit, leaving her body beneath intact. I want to run up and get that fixed, Vesna! Yu-Jin slips from behind the shadow of a piece of debris at the edge of the circle. He holds a long gun on his ship. What are you doing? Claiming what's mine! Yu-Jin's eyes are fixed on Peter as he moves slowly closer. You son of a bitch! Vesna is doubled over, unable to take her hands away from the hole in her suit without risking immediate depressurization. Yu-Jin draws alongside you, his eyes still on Peter. Time to turn yourself around! Get in that ship of yours and go back to wherever the hell you crawled out from! Glance at Vesna. The spout of oxygen spewing out from her suit, leaking between her fingers. Doesn't have long. We can't abandon this claim! Peter shows his open palms. For the singers to survive, we must leave the system behind. There is no way for us to support ourselves here. Our moon is gone, eaten up by the war. The belt will be next. May as well shoot me here if you're going to let me take the drive. This is my people's future. Well, Yu-Jin shifts his shoulder. If you insist. Sleeper, we have incoming. A lot of incoming. You glance at Yu-Jin, hearing the message too. All the convoy ships are approaching this location. Convoy? What are they doing here? Hi, Zoe. Hello, Zoe. How are you? What are you doing? I'm not about to read and ask them! Graffin's voice distorts. But it's not hard to imagine that news of this faction drive has reached further than anyone wanted! You look across at Peter and see his lips moving, but hear nothing. He's talking to his crew. When later you hear a click as he switches back to the open channel. If you heard what I just heard, then you know you were out of time. Peter looks deadly serious now, his face of diplomatic calm having fallen away. We, singers, are the only crew who can pull the fraction drive out before Conway arrives. There are more of us, and we have the experience. Let us take it. Don't let it fall into the hands of the system's biggest enemy. Sleeper! Seraphine hissed over the comms. Get back to the rig! No! Yu-Jin cuts in. You're unsure if he's responding to Seraphine, Peter, or both. The drive is ours! I've worked too hard and come too far to let it go now! He raises the long gun to his shoulder. You're all insane! Vesta spits out the words, her voice strained and hoarse. I'll leave you to your graves! She kicks off from the rock, arcing towards the crimson ship with a rhyme hound. Shit. Yu-Jin doesn't even watch her go. You see her something flare in her eyes. Lord Driver, no. Jesus Christ, no. Back down, Peter. Idiots! Peter sighs and clicks out the open channel. The shot hits Yu-Jin in the shoulder, spinning him across the circle of scrap. Oh fuck. Little spat of the breeze as another shot zips past you silently. Only an inch or two wide. As you turn away from Peter, you see glints of light on otherwise dark shapes near the horizon. The matte black suits of armed singers, hiding in plain sight against the darkness of space. They are everywhere. You glide away from the incoming fire, Yu-Jin spinning ahead of you, the gush of oxygen from his split suit sending him into the wild and dangerous arc. Grab him. Yeah. You grab desperately, hooking your hand around his flailing arm. Suit's outgassing spins the both of you now, but you manage to reel him and clumping your hands over the hole. You aim the both of you towards the airlock as another volley of shots spatters you with chunks of rock and metal. You're exposed, crossing the empty space between rock and ship, but you're far from the singers now, and no more shots arrive. Both you and Yu-Jin glide through the open airlock, slamming hard into the rear door. Moments, you cycle and you pull off for your suits to check for wounds. A few orbs of blood that break gently into the ship's interior walls, but Yu-Jin pushes you away as you try to tend to the gash of his shoulder. His face is fixed in a grimace of pain and frustration. You both glide up to the cockpit to find Seraphine rapidly steering the drive. The console screen is filled with red pulses, the signatures of convoy drone ships bearing down on this lonely rock. He glances up as you enter the cockpit, says nothing. You're thankful that, at least, there's no time for glib remarks. You take one last look at the Aphelion Path's final resting place, now clogged in clouds of fresh dust. You think of the singers down there, no doubt already wrenching the fraction drive from its hiding place onto their ship. Convoys are a problem now. And then the drive kicks in and you leave the singers to their fate. Yeah, we didn't make it, but whatever. Okay, 1 second. We've been playing for almost an hour, so I'm just gonna do that. The ship is quiet as you dock with the Hollow. No one eager to speak about what happened out there in the shoals. Even Seraphine is silent, tapping away at the engine shutdown with comfortably routine motions. I feel very lightheaded and don't know if I gobbled a bunch of nuts down. What? Please don't tell me you're allergic to nuts. Yu-Jin has bandaged his shoulder now, a sleeve compressing the wound beneath his gloves. He looks drained and pale, but otherwise, you wouldn't be able to tell he had been hurt at all. You know it will take him some time to come back from this, to extract himself from the hold that fraction drive, that dream, held over him. You wonder if he ever will, or if the freedom that object represents to him will haunt him for the remainders of his life. You know, at least, that now is not the time to try to discuss it, to lay out exactly what happened out there. Yu-Jin will retreat, of course, hiding beneath the glib personality you have come to recognize as his shield. Perhaps, the cycles pass, he will find himself changed. Perhaps not. Either way, there's much to be done, and his thankless adventure has derailed you enough. Time to get back to work. Pistachios, I eat them to help. Oh, I love pistachios. Oh, achievement for not losing Yu-Jin. Awesome. Okay, let me fucking repair my shit ass fucking dice. Ah, no, back. Alright, go look for fucking fuel and shit. Blueberry fritter. What the fuck is a fritter? I've heard of an apple fritter, but I don't know what the fuck that is. And I never bother looking it up because I'm stupid. Alright, feed the kitty. He hasn't been fed in a while. Like a donut, but it's got fruit in it. Oh, like I filled like... Yeah. Filled donut. Or bagel. No, not bagel, a beignet. There you go, a beignet. That's the word I was looking for. I don't know why I keep confusing bagels and beignet. Let's see. Push cause glitch, not stress. Go for that one. I keep forgetting to use my push in this game. Like chunks. Chunks of like fruit? Of jelly? I see. What do you mean, fried, Kimball? Our station depends on that array! The voice echoes out of one of the Starward's pole's cramped bays, tucked up in the ceiling of the hollow. Though you're tired from a shift spent sitting in leaks in the shattered section of the station, you still can't help but listen in. I have been patient, Kimball! But now, with the repairs almost done, you're telling me we can't broadcast anyway? The voice comes from a doorway nearby. As you float past, you glance inside. You see a woman, facing away, addressing the back of a man half buried in the guts of some complex machine. Oh god, I wish that were me. I mean, sorry, what? Huh? 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 I'm sorry, Kimball, she concludes, but that just feels malicious! This man got no face. The man, presumably Kimball, mumbles something in response, though you do not catch it through the wires and mechanisms that surround him. The woman quickly turns and spots you peering through the doorway. Irene. She gives you a curious look. Oh! She quickly smiles. Hello! Close to the distance. I'm Cyrene. She offers a hand. I've seen you working on the repairs. She tilts her head. We appreciate your effort. Happy to help. Did I double take it? You wanna repeat that? Repeat what? Repeat what? Repeat what? Oh, I see you posted a thing. Oh, fuck, that looks yummy. Fuck. What do you want me to repeat, Zoe? Go on. I don't know. I don't know. Listen, there's like a delay between the time I say something and y'all hear it. I don't know. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Fucking tell me. Cyrene looks over her shoulder at Kimball and then back to you. How do you feel? She pauses, calculating. About the war in your system. Oh, yeah, I mean... You telling me that you don't? You don't want to be in the guts of a machine? Huh? Miss Megatron fucker? Huh? 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 Why you laugh like that? Let's see. Corporate cruelty. You don't have put it better myself. I want a machine in my guts, bro. And you don't want to be in the guts of a machine too? You know? While you're at it? Why does it have to be just you getting your guts rearranged, you lazy piece of shit? It's gonna be like, what's the term? It's gonna be a whatever, you know, it's gonna be equal. You ain't gonna get 8 people to react to that thing. Okay, not my point. I don't see that what that has to do with, like, you know, being a machine's guts, huh? Huh? Why does it have to be the machine rearrange your guts? I'm just saying that we're gonna do that for them too. You know? Equality. Did you not sense Stan has already started shipbuilding at Sinsa? Cyrene watches you for your response. Sinsa? One of the 3 sisters in orbit around Ember. She raised an eyebrow. You haven't left the belt, have you? Do not say the fucking V word. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm gonna kill you. You hear a groan from Kimball, his head still burning the machine's innards. Damn, this guy is like getting it. And this is unclear if it is in reference to what he has said, or just the stand of repairs are going poorly. We? Cyrene placed a hand on her chest. Are the healing dispatches? The only pirate radio station in the Starward belt! She lifts her chin proudly. We keep the system up to date on shifts in the system power structures and the ongoing corporate war, all through the voice of the healing system on residents. Kimball grunts again, and a short sparks burst from the machine behind Cyrene. Or at least we did, before our transmitter got fired. Cyrene looks suddenly crestfallen. What do you do? In the innards, huh? Grins! This fucking stream is a mess already. We gather testimony, forensic battle reports, emergency broadcasts, and we blast them out on the widest hand possible, bringing the dark war in our system to the light. All that repair work you've been giving your time to? That was all caused by a convoy of autonomous munition, trained on our scent! Cyrene's eyes flash with anger. Mumble comes from Kimball as Astra pushes up a handful of wine out of his way. I do know that for sure, Kimball. Why else would it come so deep from the belt to hit the hull out of Bracca's sight? Cyrene turns back, hands on her hips. Kimball responds with a shrug. In a way, straight after the attack, we found our gear had been tampered with. Sabotaged. Kimball grunts. Yes, Kimball, or just looted. Either way, we are now quiet, and when we are quiet, the war continues unobserved. Cyrene folds her arms and looks away, defeated. My crew is looking for work. I'm sure you are. Same as any other crew in the belt, but trust me when I say, pirate radio does not pay. Cyrene sigh. Look, we need a new broadcast array. A better broadcast array. Cyrene glances over her shoulder. We don't quite have the reach we'd like. Where you get one, that's not a problem. We're talking pre-collapse tech here. It's not something we can just build ourselves. He murmurs something from the depths of the machine. This guy is like deep in the G-spot of the machine. I mean, what? Yeah, Holmes Rock is a bad idea. Cyrene replies. It used to be a relay station for Solheim. It stands to reason they have arrays. Just the fuck with you, I'm sending you a picture of nut fritters. Fuck, let me see that. Holy fuck, they like nuggets of sugar. And then there's a terminal there. Kimball's been bugging me to dig out some engine components for him to crack open and use in his repair. God knows what kind of repairs he need those for. That's what he says. Serene looks over her shoulder at Kimball, but receives no response. We'll stare at his brochure for a moment as a thin trail of smoke begins to emerge from the machine. Oh god. It's busting a nut. I need to stop. Now maybe we can do a little fundraising here in the Hollow. What can we get? We happily hand over. Serene shakes her head. But I'm telling you now, won't be a lot. The only thing I'm proud of in America, the fritters, yeah, they look fucking good, dude. I'll see what I can do. Appreciate it. Hell, the people of the healing system will appreciate it. Glances over her shoulder. I think Kimball will appreciate it too. You leave Cyrene and Kimball to their repairs, making note of the engine components and a wideband array that will need to get back on the air. It's hard to tell if the job will be worth your time, but then again, someone as knowledgeable as Cyrene might be a useful asset. Machine, I'm arriving! No! I have that. Let's see, what was I supposed to do with that big dice? Like, I don't know, a job? Any place I can use for jobs? Yeah. Let's see. You know, special in your array and some components to get back in the air. Yeah, I don't have that right now. Yeah, whatever. Alright, let me just kill he ass. He's been there for long enough. Bye, bitch. Oh, fuck! There was some gunk in my throat. Oh, fuck. Ugh. Yu-Jin finds you in a quiet corner of the rig. I want to say something. It has been uncharacteristically quiet since your journey on the Aphelion Path's resting place. Even now, there's a seriousness to him you do not recognize. I need to thank you. His eyes look dark, and it's clear he hasn't been sleeping. I appreciate what you did on that rock. Pulled me back from something I wouldn't have come back from on my own. That's what you get for killing him. He caused the gunk in my throat. He killed me. That drive, that ship. I want to say they possessed me. Drove me to it. He looks away, but that would be an excuse. I was the one who chose to pursue them all at all costs. Brown. Blame lies with me. You're right, it is on you. He nods. I'm not trying to hide from it. The way you treat me makes me believe something. Bro knits. His own words irritating him, but I'm not sure what it is. Not much of a believer. Yu-Jin looks down. You can see he's fighting with himself. Screw. The ship! Yu-Jin paused, choosing his words. I put it at risk. I will not make that mistake again. He meets your eye. That is what I wanted to say. As Yu-Jin explains, you see a little weight rise on his shoulder. He stands a little taller, some of his woe returning. You don't know the extent of his past. His actions have only been hinted at. But something this belief in the future is just professed endears you to him. He takes a deep breath. I don't like to owe people. He pats you on the shoulder. But for you, make an exception. That, he nods and turns away, gliding back through the ship and out of sight. As you watch him go, you think of Vesna, the singers, Conway, of everything that swirled around that fraction drive like a storm. There's something dark and dangerous in that object like one that subsumes lives into itself. One whose gravitational pull is strong and often terminal. Yu-Jin has, with your help, wrestled himself free of that pull. You're glad of it. But you have paid a cost. One that neither of you is likely to forget. Damn. I mean, I don't know, the situation seemed pretty fucked from the start, so... Damn! Alright, thinking outcomes, but instead of people pay me, they're just buying me Transformers. Yeah. You're like doing like trading at this point. Also, haha, are these people willing to commission me? Just kidding. Haha. They look at the price of your drawing and they just base that on like what you're like selling, the price of the toy. A second. Alright, Belt. Let's go to Oliveira now. I'm gonna go drink some water. My friend got me Beachcomber and he's gonna get a full ass piece. Nice. A price to pay for boyfriend. Exchange drawings to get boyfriend figurine. You find Oliveira exactly where Ankita said it would be. A rat colony. Nestled in a crater in one of the biggest rocks of the shoals. Surfing gets no response to his initial broadcasts, and so you find yourself in a docking tunnel. The rig at one end, the colony at the other. No idea what awaits you. I need you to get back on that ship and keep flying. You freeze in the dark tunnel. A figure in front of you, holding a long gun at their hip. I'm serious. Holy shit, who are you? Xander, you look cool, dude. Your eyes adjust to the dark. And as they do, you see a man, no, boy, carrying a long dark shape in his hands. I don't know you found us, but you need to leave right now. And forget this place. Glance over your shoulder and see Seraphine. Hands raised in front of him in a gesture of calm. Look, kid. Mean no harm. Why'd you go run and get someone? Hasbro releasing new Transformer figures on breakdown from the Transformer Prime, and one of them TFA reaches another. Ooh. Grandpa! I am someone! I'm Xander! He sticks out his jaw. It's you I don't know! And I'll decide who's gonna do some harm here! He reaches across his chest and thumps on a lamp he has lashed there. You blink in the glare of the bright light, shielding your eyes, and as you do, you see a flicker of confusion crossing Xander's face. He meets your eye with a look of shock and opens his eyes to speak, though no words emerge. We have something for Carmen. You notice a familiar name registered with Xander, adding to whatever confusion or question your appearance has provoked. You see his eyes taking in your sleeper body, his gun dropping a little as he takes his attention of it. Is this? He looks between you and Seraphine. Are you there for Flint? Pulls the gun close to himself. I'll be honest, kid. We have no idea who you're talking about. Seraphine allows himself to drift a little forward. So, how about you drop the gun and we can talk like adults? As Seraphine flows past you, he gives you a look that makes you nervous. Just here to deliver something. Oh my god, Cadence, hi, you're pretty! Shit, okay, I know Blockheads is one place I can get figurines, but I'm gonna have to look at the official, like, Hasbro shit, maybe, why the fuck not? I am getting dragged into the autism. I don't think I'm gonna be able to, like, buy anything soon, because I need to tighten my belt, considering, things are gonna get way more expensive for me in the future, and wow, I'm gonna shill, if you got the money, feel free to subscribe to my channel or send me bits, but if you want the money to go directly to me, I got a Stream Elements, I got a Coffee, I got a Patreon, I have commissions open. For the love of God, it's Pride Month, please give me money, I'm gay. Xander? The voice echoes along the docking bridge. Xander, what are you doing? A figure appears at the end of the bridge behind Xander. A young woman clearly older than the boy in front of you. Are these two trying to sneak in, Cadence? Xander keeps his eyes on you and Seraphine he speaks. Saboteurs, maybe? I was about to send them on their way. Xander grins. I assure you we're not saboteurs, miss. Seraphine smiles at Cadence. Cadence sighs and glides towards Xander. Stop messing around with that welder. She snatches the gun out of Xander's hands. As she does, both you and Seraphine reflexively flinch. Cadence looks at the two of you with a raised eyebrow, and turns the gun so you can see it better. You notice the fuel tank and the welding muzzle. Probably has an effective range of less than half a foot. Seraphine looks at Xander and rolls his eye. Seriously? Cadence lowers the welder to her side and turns to Xander. Now's not the time. We just got an emergency broadcast from Carmen and Flint. Something's happened. Xander's attitude changes immediately. He turns to face Cadence, pointing his back to you. As if you had just disappeared completely. What do you mean something's happened? I don't know. They went quite in the shoals. All we got was a distress signal. Cadence raised her hands reassuringly. Don't get excited. They probably just had a technical flaw on the ship, but we should check in anyway. We have to get them! Xander grabs her welder back and slings under his shoulder. Oof, hiccups. In what, Xander? Cadence sighs. They took our only functioning ship! The tinder tide's still in pieces in the hangar. Seraphine gives a nudge and nods towards Cadence and Xander. There's your chance. We have a ship. Xander wheels around the tunnel, squinting at you in thought. Seraphine moves past you, approaching them. We need to see Carmen, and it seems like Carmen needs our help. Looks between the two of them. So, how about we stop messing around this dingy tunnel and go get your friend? Xander turns back to Kenneth. Damn! Really? He rolls his eyes. We're not the only people in Olivera. There must be other ships. You want to go looking? You're here now. Kenneth looks at Seraphine, and the engineers offering help. Smiles sheepishly. Fine! Xander folds his arms. But I'm coming with you! Fine by us. Seraphine shakes his head and looks at you. Come on then. Both turn around and head back to the ship. Seraphine whispering as you do. What kind of backwater hasn't Kid sent us to? He sighs. That kid thinks he's some kind of sheriff. Just a kid. Yeah, a kid with heavy industrial equipment. What are you talking about? Xander catches up with you and Seraphine. His mood seems buoyed by the prospect of boarding a ship. You wonder how often he gets to leave Olivera. Olivera. Oh, you haven't seen the half of it? Xander winks. I like this kid. What up? Turn back to see Cadence gliding up the tunnel. I changed my mind. I'm coming too. Give me a minute to grab some supplies. That's Xander. Just in case. Seraphine cuts in. I'll give you a hand. Alright, sleeper? Be there in a sec. He looks like you. You pause, but Seraphine doesn't seem to be waiting for confirmation as he and Kenneth head back into the dock. They're slightly thrown off by his eagerness to be helpful. This is the first time you've actually seen him be welcoming to anyone coming on board the rig. When you get to the cockpit, you notice Xander looking wide-eyed at the consoles and switches. Cool ship! He grins. After a short wait, Cadence and Seraphine come back into the cockpit. All loaded up! Seraphine pats Xander on the shoulder. Might want to strap in there, kid. Xander and Cadence find a place to settle as Seraphine buckles himself to the flight seat. Alright, he turns to Xander. Show us where to go. Ah, fuck, already. You head out into the shoals, the fake debris field that surround Olivera. What's happening in there, sleeper? This books her head into the cockpit as Seraphine brings the ship towards the signal coordinates Xander gave him. You look around the cockpit. Xander is tapping at the co-pilot console man in front of the seat in a haphazard way, while Cadence is asking Seraphine about how the rig works. Surprisingly, Seraphine is responding with patience and care. They'll help us find Carmen. If you say so. Bliss looks over at Seraphine and Cadence. Is Seraphine smiling? They shake their head. Something is going on. Bliss turns back to you. Jenny is working on the ship's wiring and won't respond to my messages. She's probably in the wall somewhere, hooked up to the main line. They smile a weak smile. I'm here, so how about you tell me what we're doing out in the middle of nowhere? Quiet! Seraphine's voice cuts through the chatter. Is that? He gestures into the debris field of sparking, rat-looking shape, stuck beside a rock. The fuck did you send me now? The fuck did you send me now? Oh, there you go. Yeah, don't worry about that, Zoe. I'll figure stuff out. Xander rushes to the cockpit glass. Carmen! A moment of tense silence grips the room. That's his ship! You and Bliss exchange concerned glances. Isn't good. I'll bring her in. Seraphine's eyes are fixed on the wreck of the crumpled ship now. Don't know anything yet, so everyone calm down. I will get you trinkets. No! I'll figure it out. I just hope I can try to ask my job to give me more hours. Yeah. I hope I can get that. Xander is silent, his face pressed against the glass. Cadence stares out of the wreck, her cheeks pale. No one speaks until the rig is brought out to a stop. Alright, now we're going out there. We'll have a poke around. Seraphine looks between Cadence and Xander. Verify the ship and recover the crew. Seraphine gives you and Bliss a nod and you both push and glide towards the back of the cockpit. Suddenly, Xander pushes off the window and glides with you out of the cockpit. I'm coming too! Need someone to identify the ship. To identify... Stops and takes a breath. Are you sure? I'm sure! Xander gets the words out, then pushes on ahead, towards the airlock. You follow behind, ready to suit up and investigate the wreck. Okay, so we got Xander. He's got engineering and endure. Okay. Uh-huh. No, give him more money, have autism, I want robot. So true. But also I'm mostly trying to keep myself afloat for like, you know, bills and shit. Because they're gonna get more expensive. Xander, okay? You're gonna do it, okay, Xander, buddy? Xander? Yes! Thank you, Xander! True, but robot, yeah. God, I wish... I don't want to be rich. I just want to be financially stable, you know? I want to be able to be paying my shit and still have enough leftover money to do dumb shit with it. God damn it. And still have enough to save up. Still, like, you know, treats. I need my treats, man. My treatsies. Fuck. How long am I shooting for? An hour and a half. Are you kidding me? What the heck? Feels like it's been going on for a long time. The search of Carmen's got a ship has impacted the mood in the rig. As more and more evidence of an attack has appeared, the farther Xander has got and the more Cadence has retreated into the bunks. Now, the search complete, you're gathered with the cockpit to discuss what's been found. Come on! Cadence floats by the door, hugging herself against the cold. Tell us already! Xander's perched on the back of one of the seats, blinking at some hinged container he found in the wreck. Open and closed. Open and closed. Explain carefully. You start by summarizing the search, talking around the details, speaking your language carefully. Describe the damage to the ship but not the attack. Talk about the occupant of the ship without mentioning what might have happened to them. Serafin quickly cuts in. What sleepers say, he gives a look, is that the ship was hit with a weapon fire. Badly. Then the drive was fired up, and they attempted to flee. The drive burned out the ship after hitting multiple rocks and bits of debris came to a halt here. He takes a breath. We found no bodies. At the mention of that word, bodies, a shudder runs through those assembled. Then, they are here somewhere! Xander has a steely look in his eyes. And we find them! Whatever state they are in! He looks at Cadence. He nods back at him. Xander's right. We aren't living out there. Carmen made Oliveira what it is. He saved us. We won't come back without him. She shivers and looks at Xander. Who did the same for us? Based on the damage of the ship, Serafin begins. They're almost certainly dead. We get it. Xander cuts him off. But there are debris trailing away from the ship. I've seen them. There are. Serafin holds his hands out in a calming manner. But those could be from the secondary explosions or depressurization. Pick the wrong trail and could lead us in the circles, cycle after cycle. Then we better pick the right one. Cadence has Xander steely look in now, too. She stares directly at Serafin, nudging him to answer back. He sighs. Then that's what we'll do. He looks at me with resignation. Whatever happened here, you won't be leaving until you see its end. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of shit there. Okay, yeah, we need to end the day here. Perhaps. Okay. Oof. Okay, Bliss, can you get the fucking shroom for me? Could do it. Let's see. Ah! Damn it, Bliss! Can I pick some fucking mushrooms now? You suck! So mean to them. When the Starward trail led to the caves, a low hope was kindling the hearts of the crew. But after plumbing the depths of these dark passages, that hope seemed snuffed out. Xander has struggled on the silence, only speaking to up the cadence on the lack of news via the cockpit comms link. But he speaks now, quietly at first, and then with increasing urgency. A light slipper! I see a light! And with that, he kicks off hard from the wall and darts down the dark tunnel with reckless speed. You follow. The tunnels are winding, and you quickly lose Xander around a corner. You kick off from the same wall, trying to close the gap, but when you come around that same corner, you can't find Xander anyway. You stupid fucking kid! Damn it! Then you see it. For a thin slit in the cave wall, a flickering, fading light. You cross over to it and see scratches and chunks scraped on the rock. Someone has dragged something through here. Contact Xander. You click your comms to Xander's channel and call out to him. Nothing but static and silence greets you. A flashing red light on your comms panel suggests the signal isn't getting through. You push away some of the floating rock and squeeze yourself into the gap. As you do, you watch your light pulsing inside the cave, seeing the cracks and shapes of the rock in sharp relief. You search through the shadows for something recognizable, but the light source remains out of sight. And then you're through. You steady yourself against the wall and look towards the light. There, beside a fading emergency lamp, floats a body. Its head instantly striking you as a strange and misshapen. Oh god. Is it still alive? Yeah, I'm asking that myself. Holy fuck. Hold on. All right. You know immediately this must be Carmen. His head is shrouded in an emergency helmet, inflated around him like a balloon, while an oxygen canister floats nearby, attached by a tube. His eyes are closed, his body still. You try to settle your gaze on his chest to see the telltale rise and fall. And then, the light catches something else. Something broken a skeleton nearby. A face with bright eyes watching you. Oh my goodness, hi! Oh my god, you're a sleeper and you look a little bit fucked up. Oh my goodness, you have your intestines showing and you're missing an arm and you look very angry. Sleeper. Another sleeper. They watch you with lit irises. One just like yours. The torn face reveals an emotion. They pose crouched, coiled even, like a spring ready to strike. You're both frozen, unsure, afraid. Nothing moves. Your eyes trace the damage to your suit, to their body. They look broken, worn down, and you wonder if this is how you look to others. They flinch when they see you. And you feel the need to do now. Carmen! Xander's panicked voice cuts through the silence. He rushes forward to the floating body, and as he does, the other slipper pulls away from the wall, like a statue coming to life. For a moment, you go to intervene, to save Xander from his skeletal figure. The slipper falls on Xander to embrace him, and Xander returns a hug. Aww. Aww, hug. Giving a hug. You float, stunned, watching as Xander begins to carry Carmen's body from the cave of Flint, the slipper guiding him. Carmen is stable. Cadence comes out of the room that has become a makeshift medbay. He looks between you and Surfing, thanks to you. Flint? Cadence pauses, listening her answer carefully. Flint is in there with Carmen. They seem to be functional. Looks away. If that's what you mean? We should head back to Oliveira. Surfing cuts in, places a hand on your shoulder and steers you away, towards the cockpit. Once you're out of earshot, Surfing turns to you. Did you know Flint was a sleeper? No. Surfing nods. It's just... pauses. I don't want to be suspicious, but I was just surprised, that's all. Surfing climbs between towards the medbay. They look different. How? Surfing sighs, unsure of his words. Just never seen a sleeper like that. He looks away. I'll go get you sorted up. He pats you on the shoulder and heads to the cockpit. Let's just keep an eye on them, okay? He leaves you floating in the corridor, unsure what to think. Flint is the first sleeper you have met since you escaped the program, and at this point, those memories are little more than fragments and fictions. As the rumble of the drive runs through the ship, you can't help but feel a little concern for what might mean. Okay, so we're done here, I suppose. Yeah. One sec, I need to look at something. You are left alone with Xander and Seraphi in the docks while Carmen is carefully cared from the rig by Flint. They head away into one of Oliveira's many tunnels and passages. Okay, I believe you. Xander shrugs his shoulders. Seraphi raises an eyebrow. Believe us how? That you aren't saboteurs! He shoots you a sheepish grin. Although, you never know. I appreciate that. No problem! He gives you the kind of seriousness that only children possess. Tell me, kid. Seraphi holds his arms. Why are you so protective of this place? I mean, no offense, but who would want to sabotage a temple colony in the middle of shoals? Xander bristles at the comment, controls his anger. You don't get it! Oliveira is a refuge. Why don't you... and why do you think we're hiding all the way out there? I see. Ugh, I don't know why. I got a lot of air right now. I need to get out. Ugh, hiccuping a lot. He glances at you and back at Seraphine. I would have given you... I would have thought you would understand what's at stake here. You've seen Flint! Seraphine pauses, unsure how to respond. He looks embarrassed into silence. Look, Xander says, playing the peacemaker. You brought Carmen back to us. Everyone in Oliveira will thank you for that. How about you stick around for a bit and get a feel of the place? If you need to resupply, we can help. We haven't got much, but if you chip in, you'll get your share. He Bosley said a little. More welcoming than we appear. Just don't expect to buy anything with those chips of yours. Xander puts his hands on his hips. Oliveira is not for sale. Stefan shrugs. Right, kid, I... Clutches at you. We appreciate it. We need to hang around till Carmen's back up and awake anyway. And I think we'll be glad of the rest. See you around then! Xander touches his brow in a salute that kicks away, pulling out of the docks. Surfing turns to you. Oh, surely it doesn't sound so bad. We safe here? Surfing shrugs. As safe as anywhere in the belt, I guess. He looks around. Hey! Hey, this surfing Xander's gonna chase any visitor with a welder. He winks and glides away into the river proper. You're left floating in the docks, unsure what comes next. Doesn't seem like Lane is going to find you out there, so maybe this is the perfect time to take a breather. At least until you can bring in Kira's drive to Common. Turn that little thumbnail drive in your pocket. Time to see what Oliver has to offer. Whoa! Hey! Whoa, what the fuck? Already with a text? Stop it! Stop it! Let's see. As you leave the rig, you find a figure waiting for you in the docking tunnel. You think of Xander's hostile greeting when you first arrive. Is that him again? Flint! Here they are. Where are you headed? Flint leans away from the wall. Now out of the battered suit you first saw them in. Damage to their frame is concealed beneath overalls, but you're still aware of it beneath the surface. Scrap sorting. Same. Flint nods in the direction of the colony. I'll join you. You float together through the docks in silence. Flint makes you nervous, and their insistence on intercepting you this cycle hasn't exactly calmed the sensation. Breaking the silence eventually becomes unavoidable. Why Flint? Flint stares ahead, continuing their guide. That's Carmen. He insisted on it. The mention of Carmen's name recalls the image of him flinging unconscious in the light of your work lamps in those deep and winding caves. Suppress a shudder. Flint gives you a sideway look, their mask-like face betraying no emotion. It's good you found us. They pause as you both move through the doorway. Could have been sooner, they blink. Better than nothing. Looking at Flint gives an unsettling feeling, like catching your own reflection at polished hull plate. Is this what others feel like when they speak with you, watching the crooked mask, the lit irises for signs of human emotion? Interpreting the stuttering emulation of facial expressions as they cross your doll-like face? Flint turns away again, and you realize that they might feel the same looking at you. Each of the other mirrors. Each reminding the other of the gap between being and being seen. You escape. Escape as an ARP, you mean? Flint pauses. We aren't there yet, friend. We can share war stories another time. You're invited to get into the cavern's hall containing the scrap silos, the cacophonous echoing of sorting already filling the air. So, Sleeper. Flint's face curls in amusement as he uses the mononym everyone refers to you by. Olivera asked you all those in harbors to contribute to the colony. Tell me what you can do. You and Flint glide into the sorting bay, where scrap into the silos is delivering to the waiting workers, ready to be checked, cleaned, and cast into the different nets and the fringes of the place. You find a sorting station and begin picking up chunks of ship and machine, turning them into your hands. As you inspect scrap, the ghost of their original place in the bigger structure becomes apparent. Each piece suggests a hull, a drive casing, a loading bay, a life support unit. Burn away corrosion with a torch, crack open the rusted casings to release the components inside like seeds. You find new life in the broken and discarded pieces. Something makes you look on one side. Glint. A glint that catches your eye, and there's Flint, taking a rest of their own. So you glint again. Flint turning something over their fingers, watching it spin. A vial stabilizer. Lies vial. Flint speaks without taking their eyes off the drug. Even through the haze of your lost memories, you recall the fizzing, sickening pulse of the injection. The pendants of your reboot freed your form. Saving for a special occasion. Flint pockets the vial and meets your eye. My throat is like dry as fuck. I need to drink some water, hold on. All that talking makes me very... You don't need a stabilizer, do you? Lane moves away from the wall that we're resting against. I noticed you were different from the first moment we met, but I didn't realize what it was until now. The way you work, the way you move, without dependence. I see it now. Lane folds her arms. Yeah, let's tell them. You know what? If I hide stuff, let's just be buddies. You tell them about the process you and Seraphine attempted on Dark Side, the one that Lane interrupted. They listen absent-mindedly, watching the workers instead of you. That's not all, though, is it? Lane meets her eye. There's something wrong with you. More than just your decaying frame. Signal. Presence. It smells different. I'm changing. Lane looks you up and down. I can see that, but I wonder what you're changing into. I know who I am, what I bring to this place. All of these people are at risk because of me. You look at other workers. That means you two are a risk to your crew, to me, and more importantly to this place. Oliveira will welcome you, just as it welcomed me. Lane stretches. And will do so in spite of itself and its own safety. I want you to know that, because they will pay the cost, those close to you. And you must know that they pay it for you. With that, Flynn turns and glides away, leaving no space for a response. You watch them leave, their billowing cloak revealing and seeing the glinting and wrecked parts of the exposed skeleton as they go. Jesus, okay. Okay, that's all there is. Alright, I think I can end the stream here. Wow. Alright, let's see. I think Emily is streaming right now. No, there's no one I can raid right now. Alright. Can I end it here then? Thank you for watching. Ugh, hiccups. I stream on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday after 9 p.m. Central Europe time, and sometimes on Fridays at 8 p.m. And next Friday, this Friday actually, we'll be playing some more Grim Fandango. Alright, bye-bye!